G'day, this is Chrissy the artist from Xrissart. Thanks for joining me. Today I'll be focusing on pastel papers. When it comes to pastel papers, there are an array of papers out there, so the only thing I could do was just to talk about the papers that I have in my studio and some of the experiences that I've had with them. The media that I'll be using today will be pan pastels, soft pastels, pastel pencils and coloured pencils. So here we go. Okay. First one up is Mi-Teintes. This one is 160 GSM. It's 50% cotton. Let's see how we do this. This particular surface is textured but not sandpaper, and it's going on really nicely. There it is. So what I've decided is to use some blues here, and of course I'm using pan pastels. I just thought I'd, what have I done here? Here we go. Alright. So, that looks lovely. And it goes on very nicely. And here, soft pastels. Let's try another colour. And now I've picked the toned ones so it's easier for you to see for the purposes of the camera. And not bad, it's alright. Very good. And now I'm using pastel pencils. This one is Conti. And of course that goes on very nicely. It's another pastel pencil. This is lovely. Let's have a look. Pastel. And let's try on top. As you can see, it goes on okay. Just pressing a little bit harder here. Now on these kind of surfaces, oh sorry, let's just put some colour. Not quite sure if you can see that. That's a colour pencil. That's Polychromos coloured pencil. Let's try a brighter one. Here we go. So that's all right. That's lovely. Now, if I wanted to apply colour pencil on top of the pan pastels, this seems to be okay, maybe on this one here. Now, there might be times where you may have to spray a fixative on top of, say, this particular paper. Mi-Teintes 160 GSM, 50% cotton, By Canson, yes. So if you may have to spray a fixative and then apply coloured pencil. So it depends on the surface. So let's try the next one. Next one here is Pastellfix. It's 170 GSM. This particular one is good for soft pastels and oil pastels. Did I say 45% cotton? And it's By Hahnemuhle. Look how lovely and smooth that goes on. This one loves, this particular paper loves pan pastels. And like, I'm not putting on like too much pressure here, and then you'd have to, you know, go layers here, but I'm just, for the purposes just of this exercise, just showing you how it all lays down. Soft pastel there, maybe try another one here. Lovely, look at that. And let's try this one. Blend beautifully, lovely. Let's try some coloured pencil. This is an oil-based coloured pencil, so that goes on very nicely. So if you're into mixed media, which is all the rage, goes on really well. This is pastel pencil on top of. Not bad. Not bad. Again, this particular surface is a textured surface. I wouldn't say sandpaper. It's almost, and it has an adhesive quality. I wish that you could see it here in real life, but this is the pastel pencil here on top of that. Let's try. See here, you may have, depending on the colours I suppose you use, you may have to apply a fixative, but that's not a problem. I've tried that, so that's okay. So that's that one, Pastellfix. Next one down here, Pastelcard. It's 360 GSM by Sennelier. I hope I'm saying that right. Available in pads and sheets. Now this is a sandpaper, and it is a coarse, gritty paper. This would hold pastels very well. So let's have a go. Oh wow, look at that. It's pretty good. And what I'm doing is I've got a little paper towel here beside me, just so I don't contaminate the pan pastels here. Quite solid there, isn't it? Let's try a brighter one. Oh, lovely. And okay, and look how blending. That's very good. All right, soft pastels. This takes quite a few layers. You can go over and over. Very expensive paper. Again, depends on your budget, depends what effect you want to do, what effect. Let's try pastel pencil on its own. There's the white. Hopefully you can see it. And this is the coloured pencil, polychromos. Oh, it's orange, you might not see it. Wow, look at that. And that would eat your pencils for sure. But a beautiful paper, just beautiful. So there's that. Oh, let's try colour pencil on. So this is Pastelcard by Sennelier, 360 GSM, and again, available on pads and sheets. Now, the next one is Pastelmat, at 360 GSM by Clairefontaine. Let me just get her. By Clairefontaine, and it's available with sheets and pads. Okay, that's black. Now, with Pastelmat, the Pastelcard, and the Mi-Teintes, and the Pastelfix, all of these ones have a different toned paper, which is really good for people who prefer to work that way. Let's try. It's not coming up too good there. Oh. And it's going on. It's going on beautifully. It's not giving me any trouble whatsoever. Look at that. Yes. Lovely. And let's try pastel pencil. And if you wanted to go on top, look at that. Lovely. And let's try coloured pencil. This is Faber-Castell. I try to avoid fixatives, but I use it if I need to, and I find that with Pastelmat I don't need that, so that's something to consider. Okay, so they're going on quite well. So what I'll do is oh, hang on. Let's try, now this is another lot here. Now this is a sketch. Now I don't think it comes in anything other than white. So, but this one is sketch pastel. It's 130 GSM by Hahnemuhle again, and it's available in pads, and it's 100% cotton. Also a lovely paper, but it's not as thick as the other ones, but going on just nicely there as well. You know, there are so many papers out there, it boggles the mind. How do you decide which one are you going to invest in? So my advice is just to if you can get them in sheets, try a sheet. Try using coloured pencils, because everybody's got a different style about the way that they do their artwork. Try, if it's good for you, then go for it. That's what I say. Let's try here. That's the soft pastels there. Let's try another colour. Lovely. And let's try, oh, that's probably not a good one. Pastel pencil by Faber-Castell. Not blending on here as much as I'd like. Again, you would probably have to, I would suggest, if you're going to use pencils, I think you may have to use a fixative with that one. And let's try, this is the coloured pencil by Pablo, and that is alright. It's oil based, yeah. Okay, well there you go. Sketch pastel, that's what it's called, 130 GSM, 100% cotton. What I might do is I might sharpen this. Okay, next one here. Now this is the only one that is not a pastel paper. This is Bristol Smooth by Fabriano, 250 GSM. The reason why I wanted to use this is because there's a lot of artists there that don't want to use pastel paper but have got their illustration paper and want to use, for example, pan pastels for their backgrounds. So I just thought I would show you how that would be. You see what I mean? So even on something like this Bristol Smooth, and if you wanted to do a background, you can still achieve coverage. The only thing is that you probably have to just layer, which is not a problem. There we go. Look at that. And of course, colour pencil would be the best for here. Layering, and let me see. Yeah, you may have to, on this, you may have to use fixative again. All right, and my last one here is, I've made my own pastel paper. Now this is a cold press watercolor paper, 300 GSM, and I've used Colourfix primer. This is an Aubergine by Art Spectrum, and this here is what I painted this on. It's almost like and it has a sandy, rough texture here. So this is an Australian company. You can also buy Colourfix papers in sheets, and they also have boards as well. But if you couldn't afford to buy some of these pastel papers, you could make your own pastel paper. How good is that? And this comes in quite a few colours. And what I'll do is I'll put the description below on all of these items that I'm using. And let's just try that one. Here we go. That. Very nice. So for example, if you wanted to do a very big project, you could make your own pastel paper. I just think that's a fantastic idea. So, look at that. It's all right. And let's try pastel pencils. It's very loud, isn't it? And let's try another pastel pencil. This is by Faber-Castell. Let's try soft pastels. You can layer as well. Look at that. And coloured pencil. Let's try this as a, oh no, that's not it. Here we go. This is a coloured pencil. Polychromos. So what we have here, there's just a group of papers which I use or I play with and experiment with. There are so many out there for you to try. Oh, and one more thing, I wanted to talk about the tape that I'm using. When I'm painting with pastels, I use this tape here. It's called Histic. It's what we have. It's just a brand that I've purchased here at here in Australia, where I live. It's a local local art shop. The beauty about this is when I take down my papers, I can work on them, work and work and work, until I finish my painting, and when I take it off, I don't have to worry about damaging my paper. It doesn't tear. It has a low tack, just enough to hold the paper down, and just enough so it doesn't tear my paper. And where I just wanted to also just give a plug to the art shop that I purchase all my papers from, and it's Adamstown Art Supplies, and I'll put that in the description box below. They're very helpful, and I know that they deliver locally and interstate and around Australia, and international as well. So I thought I would just let you guys know this is where I have bought my papers. But if you go online, you could find these. If you searched enough, you could. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you again for checking this out. You know, love you to share and thumbs up and subscribe. Until the next time.